My name is Stephanie and I teach resource in an elementary school setting. I decided that for my learning activity, I would create an activity to help students have deeper understanding of multiplication. The activity I used Google Draw. I had never used Google Draw before, so I thought it would be good to learn about and use its features. I found it to be fairly simple and intuitive, and I think students could pick it up pretty quickly. So this is the activity I prepared. Is step one is I created on Google Drive a page that demonstrated or represented multiplication problems using visuals and different types of examples. For example, over here, I made 4 groups of 4 items, like cookies. And then over here, I made an array showing 4 rows with 4 objects in each row. This time I used flowers. And then I used a number line showing how students can use skip counting and how that visual can help with understanding multiplication. And then last of all, I did a real world example of a Rubik's Cube and how you can see that if there's 4 by 4 on the Rubik's Cube, there are 16 of each color. Now, after I talked to students about this, I would guide them to computers where they would do some guided practice, and I would have them work in teams or pairs to solve some problems themselves, where I already had some problems created for them, and they would be asked to interpret the visuals and create their own story problem based on the visuals with a pair. And then when they finished that, they would get a turn to do it independently and see if they're ready to do it on their own and if they really understand the concept. And so I have space down here for them to create their very own visual, any kind that they like, array, groups, real world example, and then write a problem or story problem that matches the visual. I think this works because it's engaging, it's hands-on, it helps students understand multiplication beyond just the numbers, and also supports different learning styles who maybe students, especially resource, can struggle with abstract numbers, to be able to have something more concrete to understand why we do multiplication and how it matters and what it looks like in real life. I do think that there's some challenges with this, as I could see it being hard to get set up. And technology always has its hiccups. But I do think that there's lots of extensions and ways you could use this and adapt this activity to other topics like division, fractions, area, where students are able to create their own problems and be able to have ownership over their own learning.